Hi guys, this is Sydney. So this morning when I woke up, soon after that GFL started to come through, and then I was doing things in the morning, and then they were still with me, and then I was just about to go out for the day, and then I strongly felt the pull to be on camera for some reason, and the message would be about 144,000 light workers. So I don't know what may be coming through, which specific messages, because every day I am receiving messages. I'm connecting with spirit team, a lot of other beings, and especially yesterday a lot of archangels through the grand central sun. Okay, so I think they want me to talk about the grand central sun. Okay, so yesterday late afternoon I was walking to the beach, and all of a sudden I felt called to just record the street and the trees, and then I happened to record the energy of the sun. The energy of the sun started to come through, and there were a lot of orbs. Okay, and they want me to share that video for those of you who are going to be here connecting, resonating, to connect with that archangel's energies, especially very strong presence of Archangel Mary. So if you've been pulled towards or drawn towards certain colors like soft pink or like soft blue, it's her color. So you could connect with Archangel Mary at this time to further open up your higher heart, to connect with the throat. So that's what the 144,000 light workers are embodying at this time and further activating, expanding. However you resonate with these terms at this time is what is coming. So I share this in previous recent videos, right? Our higher heart activations to bring in that compassion, to embody the energy of oneness, and that is tied to the energy of the truth, which is tied to the energy of the throat. And this part is the lung, represents the energy of the Isis. This part's, what is it, like larynx, and the throat is represented by Osiris and Horus. So we are activating all this together with the support of the Ra, the sun. So Archangel Mary is working very heavily at this time, and especially as we are soon to enter into the Virgo season, I believe on the 22nd or 23rd of September, depending on where you are in the world. That new moon in Virgo energy is starting in 0 degrees. So that has a very significance, that it carries the energy of the new beginning. That's marking the end of the religious era. So yesterday, the Christ consciousness energy has been coming through very, very strong as well through the sun. So, okay, the message that I'm going to share is to connect with the grand central sun. Connect with the sun as best as you can, as much as you can at this time, because there are a lot of archangels that merge with the sun energy at this time to support individuals and light workers as you're resonating and connecting with this energy here, transmitting all these higher light codes, certain codes are coming for whatever that is. They are sending them through the sun is the big message that I'm going to share. So in the latest video I share that the sun's energy has been upgraded. So yesterday when I was connecting with that and recording the video, because first I just took the picture and then I saw that and I just started to record it. And in that moment I started to realize, oh, this is what they meant by sun's energy has been upgraded. So I saw, or I sensed, the Archangel Metatron, Archangel Mary, Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Mariel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raziel, Archangel Sandalphon, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Chamuel. So there were a lot of archangel energy supporting, and I stood there and just closed my eyes, connecting with them. So that is simply the action that you can take. You don't have to do anything much, but relaxed and trust and believe and receive, and stand or connect with the sun and set the intention to receive the support of the archangels. And if you take a photo, if you spot certain colors or if you spot certain orbs that appear, it's all it's like this. What I'm going to share is there may be two individuals, one taking the photo, the other one a little bit later taking the same sun, but on the person who's meant to resonate, meant to receive the codes, the orbs will appear. So if you take one, or you don't want to force it, you don't want to do it with your mind, is what I'm going to share. So do it when you're feeling intuitively pulled, not with your logical mind or the ego push. When that happens and you happen to see the orb, then that particular archangels is trying to help you with certain areas in your life, or to merge, or to elevate, or to clear, or whatever that means for you, for your particular life situations and your unique journey, is what I'm going to share. So I keep sharing about the merging with the archangels, and that's also the part of that orb that I received yesterday. So merging with archangels' energies is very much like you are not receiving their support, but you are just being that energy within your physical vessels. I don't know if that makes sense for anyone, but that's how I can describe. It's like you carry that archangel energies with you, basically. So you become that archangels in certain situations and within your auric field. And there's going to be a strengthening of aura that's going to take place sometime in the fall, is what is coming from GFL, from Astro Commander, that's with me right now for me to share, to inform the 144,000 Lightworkers. So that right now we are working on embodying and the higher heart to really release any debris of anger, resentment, hatred, or any of those suppressed emotions deep down in your subconscious. All these higher light codes, especially during Lionsgate, and we are still in the shadow period. So that was supporting us to look at those final for some reason word ashes are coming, ashes, to burn them to ashes, to give death to that era or that identity or that storyline or that character or the role that you played in that karmic chapter. So we are now moving out of that. So in order to speak your truth, be fearless, however you resonate with these terms, in whatever that you do, you don't have to be in a spiritual practice, right? Whatever job, occupation, or service that you feel makes you feel fulfilled, that you resonate to work and provide service for humanity, for Gaia at this time. Still, for the next few years will be a very chaotic times, and it's going to continue, and still the storms and stuff like that. But you are to be anchored as the eye of the storm, as the energy holder, energy anchorer for Gaia during these changes, turmoils, and transitions and changes. So you are the anchor. Okay, so you are becoming the anchor right now, and all the celestial energies, all these other planets and archangels, other realms are supporting you. So they're going to come in to strengthen our aura further as you navigate through a lot of interactions with different kinds of peoples and situations, as the earth hasn't split off physically fully yet. Will eventually though, right? We're in the midst of it. So that's why we are still able to connect with certain energies or see those that we walked away from or cut cords with, or they can too, because of this overlap right now, this transitional or this chaotic, however you resonate with these terms. So eventually it'll be like this, split off, and then completely forming and activating that new parallel timeline that is the higher timeline, highest timeline, or new earth, golden age, however you resonate. And when this break off happens physically like that, in a human language sense, when I mean physical, right, the parallel timeline has formed completely and fully, then what's going to happen is they can't no longer interact or see, but right now we are in the midst. So they can it's like once again it's coming moth to a flame. So they want to stick to your energy, but as an empath, as energy sensitive, as psychic, and your third eye opened, right? You can sense these energies. You can recognize where it's coming from, what they are, where it's coming from. You can cut cords or send it back to the person who this energy belongs to. And for some reason there was this like noise coming, so I felt like I wanted to stop, but then it didn't stop, and it had me continue. So the GFL is very strong right now on me sharing this information and message. So this is how it's going to be played. There will continue to be a lot of distractions, a lot of negative energies, or a lot of these energies from strangers that you will sort of, how can I say, they will attach to your energy field, and you carry this home. So it's very important to continue to exercise on spiritual hygiene. So basically meaning you don't have to do it out of fear, but just as like you're giving a spiritual bath, right? So cold, like to feel more refreshed. And the best is to ground your energy in nature. You can connect with a tree or water or ocean, you know, have a dip in the water, connect with the earth, and then just rearrange your energy is what is coming. So rearranging your energy body, and because you already have the ability to discern what's your energy and what's not your energy, and especially if that there's any strong karmic energy wanting to attach to you, because okay, the past few days the energy of karma, the Lord of Karma, has been coming through very strongly, and that represents usually how it plays out is that people who have given out certain negative energies for the past 30-40 years, for example, like continuously all their life, but they've been living pretty good life, for example, meaning, you know, they didn't wish people to do their best or wish the best for them or their family members, or, you know, whoever it is, even though they may not speak about it or they may say something differently. That's what the energy that they held inside, and that cycle has returned, and they were given a lot of chances to correct themselves, is the word that is coming, or to awaken themselves, but they kept persisting on staying in their comfort zone. So whether it's constantly distracting themselves with a lot of socializing, you know, with other people or other activities, rather than when it was given the chance. So I'm back again. There was another interruption. So all of a sudden someone rang the doorbell, which never happened to me. So I was like, what's going on? And then there were two guys saying, we are doing the fire alarm inspection. So I had to let them in and do the inspection. So this energy is constantly trying to, there's the interference that I sense for some reason for me to continue to speak and share this message. So, and then all of a sudden, like, the train of thought stopped, and so the GFL's coming on. Yeah, I'm connecting with GFL, Astro Commander, to continue to share the message. So because of that Earth, the split, that's not fully complete yet. We just have to deal with these interferences, a lot of these other energies and cords wanting to hold on to your light, because they're starting to experience and really see and experience and feel the repercussion of their actions and words and thoughts and intentions that's negative, that they sent out a lot the past years. And even though they can be your family members or like siblings, your parents, or close relatives, or ex-best friends, or like that you're in a relationship with ex-partnership, or, you know, like whatever that is, because they're experiencing it, and because they're sensing that your energy is now in a different place, they want to stick to you again. And if they're not coming on a physical level to interact or reconnect, they're doing it energetically or in the astral plane. And so it is very important for you at this time to also release any of these energy leftover is a word that is coming. Energy leftover that you may be Okay, the word that is coming is entertaining. Okay, entertaining in your subconscious without you realizing. And so how we can see that is we can see it and approach it as an opportunity for anyone resonating to take a moment and reflect and go into that stillness, so you can tune into these voices or energies or thoughts that are rising up compulsively. That's usually connected to the past timeline that everyone, this life or this earth or this plane that we're in right now is like a virtual reality. So when we come in, we forget everything and we get programmed. That was our purpose and that was our role. So all this programming, like conditioning from society, schooling, parents, and karmic codes, and this and that, right? All programming. It's like a computer program, boom, 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 right? And then we've been playing out this role, like in a computer game, that you're playing this little character, moving it this way and that way, and it's creating this, and it's creating that, and this dynamic, this drama, that drama, right? So we were playing this, and that's the past timeline that a lot of those of you who are going to resonate are moving on from. So what is taking place right now is, now that they are playing this role still, they see you as that role that you used to play or the character that you used to play, but you are no longer that character because you remembered who you are, meaning you're now operating through emergence with your higher self. You know who you are now. You remembered. So-called getting out of that matrix. But they are still in the matrix, that they want to pull you into the matrix because they project you. They have that image of you in that character that you used to play, and they're still projecting. And if you've had like sympathy or empathize easily, it's very easy for light workers with big hearts, right, to feel like you want to help them out. But the key message that is coming on very strong is that it's not your karma. They have to do their own karma, and that's the justice. So it's not that we don't want anybody to hurt, or we don't want anybody to see anyone in a painful situation. And when we see someone like that, it's our natural instinct to help them out, to save them. But that's the religious codes era that we are moving out of. That was a part of the programming, the martyr, the sacrifice, right? So that's the energy of the Virgo season that's I'm sensing very much in highlight, that we are having the new moon in Virgo and full moon in Aries, full moon in Pisces in the later degrees. So we are closing out that chapter, and there's the help of the Archangel Mary and Yeshua, Christ consciousness, Pleiadian energies, very strong. So this is just very unique to every individual, but you will know that if you resonate is what is coming. So do not entertain those people that you cut cords with, you walked out from, because it is with the divine purpose. Even though you had to play a role or the character of a daughter, of a son, of a husband, of a wife, of a best friend, of like ex-colleague or best co-worker, however it is, best sister or brother, that character has died already is what is coming. With that, what I'm seeing in my third eye all of a sudden is that Death card and the Tower card, which represents big change and transformation, ending. So it's done. And this is just a reminder, because you tend to have a very kind, helping, loving heart. But once again, GFL and Astro Commander really want me to stress and emphasize that it is not your karma, and the board of karma is also coming through very strong. That's the justice that we're talking about. We don't want people to be in a bad situation, but what you can do is you can just pray that, not just to a particular person because you don't want to connect to that energy, but for humanities and collective in general, anyone experiencing this justice energy through that karmic cycle, that is experiencing some sort of painful moments or some sort of misfortune, so-called in human language sense, they're just receiving what they created. And the energy has been accumulating momentum. You see, if you intend your actions with kindness that is genuine, right? Or that you're being kind to anyone or situations when no one is watching, for example, or you're being honest and you hold that integrity within. And these energy has been building up over the years, or what is coming is entire life up to this point, because this point right now that we are living in is very significant. Even though there are smaller energy cycles and karmic cycles, but they want me to talk about this whole big chapter right now, whether you are 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, it doesn't matter, is what is coming. So it's just an accumulation of what they deposited is what is coming, and they're receiving that back. So that's just how they have to learn the lesson. And this time they're also given the opportunity to awaken themselves once again. Instead of now they feel the sense of lack and this suddenly things are not working out for them as it used to be, and they're looking back and they're trying to codepend or to continue to do it the same way and not shift their pattern, meaning get the resources from outside of them and then utilize them to their advantage to shift things around. And no longer that's not going to work anymore, because the energy of the Gaia is shifting, is what is coming. So take however resonates for you, and that continue to program is the word that is coming. So you require new programming right now is what's coming. And right now you're not letting the outside authority or the society program or code your whatever that is, right? Your DNA but you are the coder. So because you have merged with your higher self, now you are observing from a higher perspective, looking at all these characters that you used to play as well, and what you are, who you are, this moment to moment right now. So, okay, they want me to mention how this is working is just like every thought you have is creating another parallel timeline, but how it's being, it's like a movie. It's a still picture, but as you give momentum, it's like you played, like in the old days, like in a notebook, they played like these characters' movements in all different page, right? And when you look at one, it's like a still picture, But as you move the page, right, the character is like moving, it becomes vibrant. So that's how it is with the parallel timeline. With your thought, it's like a seed. That's why they say planting a seed with your thought and intentions, right, all the time. That you want to start treating every moment as your new reality or a new parallel timeline. So they want you to be very intentional in living your day-to-day. So for example, being intentional with you are creating your own happiness. You are creating your own joy every moment to moment. So that's the new coding. For example, you are coding yourself, but you're not letting the other outside authority or outside opinions, or these energies, outside opinions, meaning could be any energies of the old or from the old timelines that you walked out of, you cut cords with, that are circling you around continuously, looking at opportunities to reconnect, or meaning like hook on your light energy body because they sense it on the astral or the spiritual level, right? Even though it's not physical. And so right now, to completely stay detached is that if these thoughts come up that you feel like you want to help them out, or you start to all of a sudden think about that time when you were connecting with these people, is usually because the other person is thinking about that, is trying to reconnect with your energies, what I'm going to share. So stay very discerning, stay very selective, because Gaia, GFL, Master Commander, Source, they want you to stay in your light. They want to continue to elevate, continue to receive these, higher light codes, or these different codes from archangels through the sun, and also with your own music, to elevate, to activate further information in your DNA is what is coming. Because I share this in the previous video, right? Every word we speak, like it's a vibration. So they carry certain resonance. So basic, the example that they want me to give you is like this, the basic sound that when you want to rearrange your energy in your chakra, the root chakra is lam, right? And then the sacral is vam, and the solar plexus is ram, and the heart is yam, right? And the throat is hum, and here upper is om, right? So when you do that sound, it automatically starts to spin and spins off any energies that are not in match to this harmonic resonance, and right? It spins it off. So that's why we do sound bath, sound healing, right? So this is the music that we are talking about. And when we look at our cells, we have protons, neutrons, electrons that's making up the cell right now. And that these cells are like musical notes. So they're connected to, like, let's say chord G or chord F, chord C. You see what I mean? So that's how the music, when we listen to music, we start to resonate, we start to move our body, we listen to some foreign language or chanting, and we start to suddenly feel something, right? So that's in our DNA, in our cellular structure. And so continue to do this lam, vam, ram, yam, hum, om at this time. So when you do that, every time you do that, it's like you're cleaning your house, sweeping off all the dust out, removing and cleansing, right? The energy does not belong to yours is what is coming for me to share at this time. Okay, there was something, but it seems to be gone now. Is there anything else that you want me to share at this time? So right now they want me to mention that we are in a very important point of the new beginning, where a lot of people are going to move to that North Node that is connected to the soul purpose, soul mission, however you resonate. And that you are also carrying the lessons, the mastery that you gained in the South Node energies. But the South Node energies also hold the energy of the old patterns that are not going to serve you, or North Node. So once again, it's a delicate balancing game. And once again, it's about discerning what you are choosing at this time that is seeding you to taking you to your higher or highest timeline, or a new timeline, however you resonate with these terms at this time. And just like that moving picture, the more you create this momentum as this new the version, so-called, even though the version does not really exist, it's just a new you in every moment, in an energetic sense. So when these energies are pulling you, you may feel a little bit suddenly stagnant, feel like you want to procrastinate, you're not feeling motivated, and you're just low in energy. Just do the lambam and all, like clean up your energy, connect with nature, separate, and then recenter your energy is what is coming. And at this time, actively, proactively, intentionally create momentum through movements, which is actions that you take every day, every moment to moment, with the new programming, the coding in your mind. So let's say I share this in my shorts, right? That today is gonna be a wonderful day for me. And I'm not just making this video out of the silly idea, but it has this intention and purpose behind to serve anyone watching, right? And so even though it's something simple as that, it's going to be a wonderful day, that's a new coding. And as you repeat this throughout the day, that's a seeding that you're creating, the new pathway. You're paving your new pathway. And with that, your energy has been ready because you emptied out a lot of the baggage. Now you're light and you're at this beginning. And you're given the choice once again. And you're aligning, creating this momentum. You're creating this moving picture, just like the earth split right now. That's happening. That's why we are here. We are adding more light, so the earth split is complete physically, and then this earth is full of love and light, so cold, right? And that's why the rainbow bridge is being formed right now. All these ideas. And Merlin is coming through for some reason. Merlin and King Arthur energy, very much strong. You hold the magic within yourself. So continue to create that music, that musical notes that's in your cellular structure. Activate that proton energy right now by feeding any thoughts of positivity, continuing to stay in faith, continuing to stay in trusting, and rest in knowing. It's different from resting in idleness. So meaning it's more like deeper than that, right? Meaning you just know, meaning believe that It's going to be wonderful today, so that your nervous system stays relaxed. And with that energy, you are more likely to attune to the energy of the joy or inspiration or the passion. So that's how you're going to start kicking in your sacral energies, which I also shared a video with activating the sacral feminine that's connected to the sacral chakra energy. And with that carnelian energy came through very strong as well through my Isis timeline. And all of a sudden that music, when I heard the music, I just felt like dancing, and I started recording, and that serpent energy and with that Isis timeline started to come through, and it was an activation. So that is what is going on. So that's why the feminine rising, and this feminine energy doesn't mean gender, right? You could be a male in this lifetime, but you know, have that very feminine sacral, or any male as well, right? Because a lot of the males have been living inside that a lot of the egoic masculine energy, right? So we're balancing that out. So for some reason before, I felt called to bring in my singing bowl. So I'm just going to help you to align your energy body or your chakras. And we're going to align with the tone of the root, okay? Lam, vam, ram, and feel the energy in that particular chakra. Yam, ham, So right now, once again, as I was doing this, a new message came through that it's important for you to plant new seeds, because you're creating, or you're giving this vibrancy, vitality to that higher parallel timeline for you that already exists, and you want to align with that if you resonate. And how you can do that is your higher self already knows. And to connect with that blueprint is to stay still. And that's what we've been embodying, the stillness and allowing the currents to move us. So in that stillness, you're able to connect with your higher self rather than entertain the outside voices, the opinions, and the judgments or the ideas and beliefs of these old energies projecting. And projecting comes as they want to reconnect or hold on or hook on your light. And so as you are removing this out, you stay still, right? Empty. And then you are connecting to your higher self, or the monad, or the cosmic support, and then bringing that down to your new vision, and you're creating. Okay, so that's the process that we are in right now, is what I'm going to share. So this is a very pivotal time, once again, if you resonate. So continue to set this new out of the comfort zone codings, that if you play the character where you grew up in a household where there were a lot of warriors, right? They're constantly worrying about stuff, that you started to take on that energy. it wasn't your energy. So now, but then because of this overlap, there are still a lot of interferences, right? So continue to discern and allow yourself to be this new, or allow this yourself to create this new timeline for yourself that you your heart resonates, your higher heart, your higher self, and it's going to come through your third eye is what is coming for me to share. So is that all? You want me to share more? Okay, so lastly they want me to mention about your diet, cleaning up your body, because a lot of these bioweapons that I constantly share more about, that I feel called moment to moment to share more about, has to do with a lot of these other dark forces that used to hold authority over the world. The past 10 years they've been heavily investing on bioweapons through foods like protein shakes and all this protein produce. Also nowadays transhumanism, right? And all this, like they're now creating babies from a robot using stem cells, or they're trying to utilize animal stem cells like pig stem cells to create human organs and stuff like that. And also what is coming is now their goal is to create humanoids that are not carbon based like we are right now, but to silicon based. So that's where I mentioned constantly that a lot of the babies in the upcoming days, they're going to experience, it's going to be the product of what a lot of people chose to put into their body. And we still have the ability to reproduce at this time, but they're going to produce a lot of disabilities, or these babies with mutated genes that's going to suffer. So that was their goal, and they've been doing this and planning this for years. So continue to be very conscious and aware, and continue to educate yourself on nutrition and basically how the body works, how the system really works. This very much amazing science that's right here. This is your vessel. This is your spaceship, however you resonate, if you're a starseed, right? That's in full operation all the time, 24/7. They're working on their own, but you don't want to block them. It's like if you do not maintain this, eventually it will break down. So well sustain your vessel is what is coming for me, for anyone that may resonate. And also there are a lot of things that we need to be aware of, be informed at this time, due to a lot of the manipulations that they play with fruits, that they play with vegetables and all the grains and seeds. So that's where a lot of this discernment needs to come into play, and education as well. So I'm also going to try to share these things whenever I feel called to, for those of you who may need it and resonate. So continue to evolve is a message. Continue to evolve. You're not, there's a saying, right? You're not a tree. If you don't like where you are, you can move. So just like that, you can move yourself, you can shift, you can transform. And I shared in this other video that we were in that religious era. We were conditioned or programmed to believe and assume that this life is bigger than us. And that is the master, right? We're always praying, begging. And then I mentioned that you're not a beggar, you're a creator, is an extension to that. And that also that they're not the master, like a genie in a bottle, right? You have to have the Aladdin's lamp. You don't. And that they're always at your command. So you are the master of your own life is the last big message that is coming, that may seem very prevalent, but it carries a lot of deeper meaning. So you may want to really sit with it at this time to allow that highest timeline blueprint for yourself to connect with you into this physical reality. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna wrap up, and I hope this message helped, and I'll see you in my other videos. Bye.